Boom! Day 3 of marketing lessons, the 5 marketing lessons learned in 2020. This is lesson number 3. Hey, do me a favor. I'm on my march to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube so I can become a real human being as is recognized in the eyes of YouTube. They send a really shiny plaque. It's really cool. So click subscribe for me down there, all right? Help me get to 100,000 subscribers. So close. All right, lesson number 3. If you missed lesson number 1, poo-poo on you means you don't follow my emails close enough. But listen, the link is in the description. And lesson number 2. So lesson number 1, I reveal how I made $2.3 million in pure profit this year so far without a single product of my own. It's pretty sexy. You want to see that. So that's lesson number 1 in the description below. Lesson number 2, I shared with you the 3 platforms that I find are the easiest places to get free traffic, build community, and build an audience that you can monetize every single month by providing value to. I gave the whole model out in that below. Again, link to video 2 is in the description. And now today, day 3, lesson number 3. Before I tell you what the lesson is, I'm going to tell you that we have something really cool coming up. If you're watching this live, meaning like the day it released, then in a few days we're going to announce a workshop we're doing at Lurn. We've been preparing for about 4 months for this. That culminates my lessons of 2020, which has been by far for us the most profitable year in 17 years of business. And it's because there's a lot of things we learned and we culminated and put them together into one business model that we're using. So this workshop, we found someone who has made it so that this business model that we're using, you can like just use for yourself. You have to be there to see it. It's really neat. It's coming out soon. I'm gonna have a podcast episode with the person coming out soon. I got a workshop coming out soon. So just watch your email for it, okay? Or watch this YouTube channel. And if you're not on our email list, go to lurn.com, LURN.com. Pop your email address in. We'll make sure we send you an email about this workshop. Okay, lesson 3. My number 1 favorite traffic source lately, all right, I almost didn't want to say this because I don't want to offend the other traffic sources in case they're watching. So Facebook, I'm sorry, close your ears because you're not it. It's YouTube. YouTube is killing it. You know, I spoke recently on this is a true story. So yesterday, I'm on a call with a person who does a lot of traffic buying. This individual I think they have invested over $80 million in traffic over the last so many years. And we're talking because, I want to work with this person. I want to have them come help us with what we do. And he starts to talk about YouTube. And it was like a little kid on Christmas morning talking about the toys that they got. Because he's like, oh my God, and YouTube, you could do this and you could do that, and it costs so little, and then this, and the targeting. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I know I'm geeking out on it. And I said, oh, you're talking to the one person who understands. YouTube is amazing right now. Now, I want to explain to you mathematically, if you'll allow me, why YouTube is not only amazing right now, but it's going to remain amazing forever. Facebook has been the name of the game, right, for so many years. Everyone's Facebook ads, Facebook ads, Facebook ads. But Facebook has a problem. And the problem that Facebook has is a self-defeating issue. Means at some point, Facebook will self-implode. YouTube just doesn't have this problem. So let's understand. How does advertising work? Supply, demand. It's economics 101. Supply, demand. So the more users there are, and guess what? For the last 5 to 10 years, Facebook was blowing up, more and more, millions of users coming on. The more users you have, the more those users log in. So those are the 2 elements. More users is not enough. More users have to load more pages, have to spend more time on the app. Those 2 things together create more supply. Got it? More supply of inventory of ads. Makes sense, right? The more someone is on Facebook, the more ads they see. The more ads they see, the more ads Facebook can sell. Okay. Now, demand is from the advertisers. It's the people who want to buy these ads. So for years, Facebook had all this supply and they had advertisers, but not as many. But then Facebook's supply was blowing up and everyone's talking about how awesome Facebook is. And so the advertisers are like, what? And they start telling each other. And now you have more advertisers coming. You have advertisers coming at a faster pace than you have Facebook growing. Where do you grow once you have 2 billion users? I mean, come on, that's like a third of the freaking world. So the growth slows, but the advertisers 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million active advertisers. And then, have you ever talked to a younger person recently, like anyone that's like 20 years old or below, and you tell them, hey, what's your Facebook profile? They'll look at you and go, Facebook? What are you, 80? The younger generations are not using Facebook. So Facebook's user count is going down. And the users who are on Facebook are using it less. So you got this massive demand increase, but now you got a supply dip. What does that do? Costs go up. Facebook costs go up, 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 up. They've been rising. Doesn't make their traffic any worse. I still love Facebook traffic. It's just more expensive. Now, about a year and a half ago, I started doing YouTube advertising. And this year in 2020, YouTube has blown up. But my costs are not blowing up. Don't worry, advertisers are pouring into YouTube right now. My costs are going up a little bit, but not that much. Why? Because YouTube has infinite supply that never goes away. First of all, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. Second of all, when people are stuck at home because of COVID, what are they doing? Do you know how much YouTube's usage has just blown up? People are watching videos on YouTube. But here's the other part. With every upload of a video, YouTube gets new ad inventory. And I remember reading somewhere it was like 1 million hours of video is uploaded per hour or some crazy number for YouTube. So YouTube is it. That's where you're going to get your massive amounts of traffic. Now, you know, on day one, lesson 1 of 2020, it's below how I made $2.3 million in pure profit. I shared this model of how I'm using kind of like higher priced affiliate products to kill it. I'm talking make millions. I made 2.3 million in profit. Guess where I got my traffic from? I'll give you 3 good guesses. YouTube. It's crazy. So this is what's going to happen. The workshop and the guest I have coming soon, the workshop we're going to host soon that will show you how to build a killer affiliate business, we're going to talk about YouTube. As a matter of fact, it's one of the best channels. But I want you to understand something. I love YouTube, but that does not mean Facebook isn't great. I'm still spending thousands a day of ridiculously profitable money on Facebook with advertising to these same type of funnels that I'm going to talk about tomorrow and the day after. So I love them both, but I wanted to be honest with you and just let you know YouTube is it's the next beast, and it's here to stay, and it ain't going anywhere. It doesn't have the same type of problem that Facebook and the other ad platforms have that eventually die away. YouTube just doesn't have that. It's not going to die away. It's going to stay forever. All right? That is lesson number 3 of day number 3 of my 5-day series of how I've made millions of dollars in 2020 and the lessons I've learned while I made that. This is Anik Singal, reminding you when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. And come on, man, help me get my shiny plaque. Come on. You see that? There's an image of the plaque. I want my name on it. Help me out. Click subscribe down below. Leave a comment. Click the thumbs up icon. Click the bell icon. And you know what? Help me get subscribers. Even like call your grandmother. Whatever you got to do. Tell her, subscribe to Anik Singal's channel so we can get to 100,000 subscribers. Love you guys. Thanks so much. More coming out. Remember, day 4 and day 5 may already be out. It'll be in the description below if it's already out. If not, watch your email. I'll send you my next tip, my next lesson tomorrow. See you then.